about our sun?
The sun accounts for 99.86% of the mass in the solar system. Over 1 million Earths can fit inside our very own sun, and one day the sun will consume the Earth.
The energy created by the sun's core is nuclear fusion. The sun is almost a perfect sphere, and the sun is traveling at 220 kilometers per second.
And this is our sun.
Represented by Dag Hammarskjöld Middle School. Mercury is about 36 million miles away from the sun. Scaled down 1 billion to 1, that would be 0.36 miles. On our map, that would be approximately 30 seconds of an inch.
Ground control, it's a Major Tom. Ground control, it's a Major Tom.
This is where Mercury would be represented on a 1 to 1 billion scale.
A year of Mercury is just 88 days long.
Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system.
Mercury is the second densest planet.
Mercury has wrinkles.
Mercury has a molten core.
Mercury is the second hottest planet.
Mercury is the most creative planet in our solar system.
And this is Mercury on a scale from 1 to 1 billion. Venus is approximately 37 million miles away from the sun, which scaled down to 1 billion to 1 would be 0.067 miles in our town, which on the map is approximately 30 seconds of an inch.
Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom.
Compared to the entrance of Dag, this would be where Venus is.
Venus is the second brightest natural object in the sky.
Venus is sometimes referred to as the morning star or the evening star.
One day on Venus is longer than 1 year.
Venus is named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty.
Venus is sometimes called Earth's sister planet.
The radius of Venus is 3,760 miles.
And this is Venus on a 1 to 1 billion scale.
Earth is around 92 million miles away from the sun. Scaled down 1 billion to 1, that would be 0.092 miles in our town, which on the map is approximately equal to 1/4 of an inch.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom.
Compared to the entrance of Dag, this is where Earth would be. Earth is the only planet that has an atmosphere containing 21% oxygen.
Earth is also the only planet that has liquid water on its surface.
It is the only planet in the solar system that has life.
The Earth is the only inner planet, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, to have one large satellite, the Moon.
Its radius is 3,959 miles long.
Earth has been around for over 4 million years.
It is made up of 29% land and 71% water.
And on 1 to 1 billion scale, this is what Earth looks like compared to the sun.
Mars is approximately 141,700,000 miles away from our sun, which is approximately 0.14 miles away in our town, which is 3/8 of an inch on our map.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition and may God's love be with you.
Compared to the entrance of Dag Hammarskjöld Middle School as the sun, this is where Mars would be.
Mars is 141,633,260 miles away from the sun.
A year lasts 687 days, which is almost twice as a year on Earth.
One day on Mars is 24 hours and 37 minutes long, almost the same length as an Earth's day.
The temperature on Mars ranges from negative 125 degrees to 23 degrees.
Huge dust storms occur on Mars. These dust storms can carve the land.
One huge cannon on Mars stretches the same distance as from New York to Los Angeles.
And this is Mars on a 1 to 1 billion scale.
Jupiter is approximately 483,500,000 miles away from the sun, which in our town is 0.48 miles. On our map, it's approximately 1¼ inch.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Lock your Soyuz hatch and put your helmet on.
This is where Jupiter would be in relationship to the sun we chalked out at the entrance of Dag. Here are some facts. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system.
Thick, colorful clouds of deadly poisonous gases surround Jupiter.
If you were to descend into Jupiter, the thin, cold atmosphere becomes thicker and hotter, gradually turning into a thick, dark fog.
At the center of Jupiter is a large rocky core, slightly bigger than Earth but weighing 20 times more.
Surrounding the core is an ocean of liquid hydrogen about 1,000 kilometers deep.
Jupiter has many storms raging on the surface. The most notable is the Big Red Spot, which is the largest hurricane in our solar system. It's been raging for over 300 years, and this is Jupiter on a scale from 1 to 1 billion. Saturn is approximately 888,750,000 miles away from our sun, which is approximately 0.88 miles in our town, which on our map is approximately 2¼ inches.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. 10. Ground control to Major Tom. 8, 7, 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2. Check ignition and may God's love be with you.
This is where Saturn would be in relationship to the sun we chalked out in the entrance of Dag Hammarskjöld.
Saturn could float in the water because it is mostly made of gas.
Saturn is very windy on Saturn. Winds around the equator can be 1,800 kilometers per hour.
Saturn goes around the sun very slowly. A year on Saturn is over 29 Earth years.
Saturn spins on its axis very fast. A day on Saturn is 10 hours and 14 minutes.
The ringed planet is so far away from the sun that it receives much less sunlight than we do here on Earth.
The day Saturday was named after Saturn.
And this is Saturn on a scale of 1 to 1 billion. Uranus is approximately 1.78 billion miles away from our sun, which in our town is approximately 1.78 miles, and on our map it's approximately 4 and 29/64 inches.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know who shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule with you there. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way. And the stars look very different today. And I'm floating in my tin can, far above the world. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do.
Compared to the entrance of Dag Hammarskjöld Middle School, this is where Uranus would be.
Summer in Uranus is 42 years long.
Uranus has the coldest planetary atmosphere in the solar system, with a minimum temperature of negative 371 degrees Fahrenheit.
63 Earths can fit inside of Uranus.
Uranus is the third largest planet in our solar system.
Uranus completes one orbit every 84 years.
Uranus is the first planet to be discovered with a telescope.
This is Uranus on a 1 to 1 billion scale.
Neptune is approximately 2.79 billion miles away from our sun, which in our town is approximately 2.79 miles, and on our map it's approximately 7 inches.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Connection countdown engines on. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade. And the papers want to know who shot you where. Now it's time to leave the capsule.
Today we're here at Sky Zone filming. And compared to Dag Hammarskjöld's entrance, this would be Neptune. This is Neptune on a scale of 1 to 1 billion.
Neptune was named after the Roman god of seas.
Neptune was first discovered in 1846.
At first, Neptune was named Levier after the guy who discovered it.
Neptune was first discovered by watching the orbit of Uranus.
Neptune is one of the gas giants.
It takes 164.8 Earth years for Neptune to orbit the Sun.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom.
Pluto is approximately 3.66 billion miles away from our Sun, which is approximately 3.66 miles in our town, which is equal to 9 5/32 of an inch on our map.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on.
10, 9,
Check ignition and may God's
7,
love be with you.
6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Liftoff.
This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade.
Hi, we're at the Park and Rec filming, and this is where Pluto would be if the Sun was Dag Hammarskjöld.
Pluto was the smallest and furthest planet from the Sun in our solar system. Now it is not even officially recognized as a planet.
In 2006, Pluto was demoted to the status of a dwarf planet.
Because it is so far away from the Sun, it is very cold with a temperature ranging from negative 235 degrees Celsius to negative 210 degrees Celsius.
Pluto consists of rock with a very thick coating of ice.
The atmosphere of Pluto consists of nitrogen with some carbon monoxide and methane.
Acceleration due to gravity on Pluto is 0.62 meters per second squared.
And this is Pluto on a 1 to 1 billion scale. Now to a quick mind-blowing fact that we thought was really surprising when videotaping this project.
Picture this, a 4-foot diameter ball of gas that is 3.5 miles away from this little tiny dot that has a strong enough gravitational pull to keep it in orbit. Isn't that mind-blowing?
Ground control to Major Tom.
Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on.